Hey students, this week for your final assignment, we're going to talk about the instruments of the orchestra and where they sit during their orchestra concerts or orchestra performances. So here is a picture that shows you where every instrument of the orchestra sits. Give me just a moment. There it is. You see we have all the instruments we've talked about, we've covered uh, this last month and a half of school, maybe 2 months, we've talked about them. So we have, of course, the brass family, right? And they're over here represented. We have the cornet, trumpets, trombones, tuba, the French horns right here. And then next we have the string family, we talked about. And in this diagram, they're over here, right? We have the violins, the violas, the cellos, the double basses. Where it says here first violins and second violins, that means the type of parts that they're playing. So if it's the first violin, they're typically playing the higher parts, and then the second violins typically play the lower parts. But that's not always the case. But that's typically what happens. And then we have the woodwind family, right? We talked about the woodwinds. And in the orchestra, they mostly sit together. As you've noticed, most of the brass all sit together, with the exception the French horns are a little bit separate. Most of the strings all sit in the same area, or at least kind of close, right? And the same thing goes with the woodwinds. They're all here kind of in the middle section. So you have the bass clarinet, which I know we didn't talk about before, but it's just a lower sounding clarinet. The regular clarinets. We have the bassoons, the contrabassoon, the oboes, the English horn, the flute, and the piccolo. They're all right here. And then finally, the percussion family, right? And they're kind of just scattered in the back. So here you see the gong, timpani, snare drum, bass drum, cymbals, xylophone, triangle, glockenspiel, the chimes, or you can call them the tubular bells, the piano, and the harp. So they're all there, students. And what I want you to do this week is sort of like what you did last week, where you colored the different instruments by their family. You're going to do the same thing here, only you don't have to really color as much as I want you to just kind of either circle or either kind of maybe just kind of zigzag around where those sections are, just to save a little bit of time. So let's do this together. So let's start off first with the strings, and we're going to make the strings an orange color like we did last time. So we're going to make it orange. And for this part, again, you can just circle the string families if you want, or you can simply do like a zigzag, like you're kind of coloring over them, but you don't have to color all the way through. I'm kind of zigzag it like that, just so it makes a little bit more sense. So right here, we're marking where all the strings are, right? Here's the string family. Okay, up next, I think we got all of them. Make sure to take a quick scan. I think we got them all. Next, we got the blue woodwind family. So the woodwinds are right here. I'm just kind of scrabble where the woodwinds are. They kind of show. Ooh, excuse me. I might kind of go back a little bit. Give me just a sec. Ooh. Actually, let's see. Let me try that again. So here's the strings. Sorry about that, students. I'm new to using these pen tools. Okay, then I said the woodwinds, right? Here they go. The woodwinds are all right here. Just kind of scrabble around there. Okay, and then next we got up the brass family, which will be in yellow. So let's do that section. Here are the French horns. Gonna scrabble on them. The tuba, the trombones, the trumpets. It's okay if it looks a little bit messy, just as long as you can kind of tell where the spots are. And then finally, the percussion, which will be in green, and those are in the back. And the piano, we'll count it as part of the percussion family for this assignment, but everyone has something different to say as far as whether the piano belongs in the percussion family or whether it does not. Some say it do, some say it has its own family, keyboard family. It's all what your school of thought is, what you believe, but no one is wrong. Everyone just has a different way of looking at it, right? Okay, so there is the assignment, students. It should look something like this. It's okay if you rather circle it. If you really want to color every single thing in, that's fine. But this is what your assignment should look like for the most part. All right, students, good luck. Thanks for working so hard this year. I appreciate all your assignments, all the work you did, hanging in there with me. I hope you have a great summer. We'll see you next time, okay?